Nexview Consulting is now pleased to offer a combined demand planning and S&OP training course. We thought, hey, why not offer a combination for those who are interested in both topics? And it gave us a chance to refresh and improve the material as well. As with all our training courses, this one is a combination of lecture, exercises with practical outputs, case studies, and our consulting methodologies that have been developed and proven with large corporations all over the world. We've put together a 3-day agenda for public courses that's also great for single companies. And with the private courses, we often work with clients to tailor those agendas, timelines, and ensure they produce actionable outcomes that are of interest to them. Day 1 covers demand planning, Day 2 covers sales and operations planning, and the third day brings them together with some techniques for improving effectiveness, a look at what some leading companies are doing, as well as a comprehensive case study that brings in the elements of process, work structure, IT, building a benefits case, and change management. Let's have a look at the agenda for each of the days. Day 1 is all about demand planning. We'll start by talking about the strategic aspects of demand planning, its key linkages, and how it fundamentally drives the business. We'll look at the demand planning process in detail and how the various short and longer term demand streams come together to build up a demand plan. In the public course, we have participants from different industries, so we'll take a look at some of the differing areas of emphasis by industry and see what we can learn from different industries. We use the Nexview Demand Planning Performance Arrow to benchmark your current process against our best practice library contained within the tool. The tool is a handy survey instrument that gives an automated graphical display of your strengths and development areas and can be used over time to measure progress as well as for prioritization and dashboard-like executive communication. Participants will also get an overall idea of where they stand relative to others in the class. We'll discuss collaborative planning, forecasting, and replenishment, as well as forecast modeling techniques, what the most popular models are, and some guidelines for their use. Excel can even be used for some of these techniques, and we'll do an exercise in Excel to illustrate them, as well as some of what the commercial forecasting tools do. We'll spend some time on forecast error and have an exercise for the group to collaboratively get to the root causes of forecast error in their organizations and see if we can generate some ideas about improving that. Organizational considerations about demand management roles and associated career paths will take us to the close of Day 1. In Day 2, we get into sales and operations planning. We'll certainly start with an overview of the process with items such as how management teams are benefiting, results they're getting, typical components, interfaces, the S&OP calendar, roles, responsibilities. We'll provide templates for the S&OP meetings, including which function should participate in each S&OP component. We'll talk about designing an S&OP process and provide a checklist of the key items to consider. Similar to the best practices evaluation we did for demand planning, we have a similar tool for S&OP that participants will be able to take back to their organizations. By the way, these tools are now available on the website under the self-assessment menu item, so please feel free to take a look at them. Participants will get ideas for reports and templates to build on for their own organizations. We'll complete an exercise on current planning challenges in the organization that's designed to provide a baseline from which to improve upon using the tools and techniques from the course. We'll share information on KPIs, giving you our typical KPI set, and also exchanging information with those in the class. We'll also discuss how to layer KPIs throughout the S&OP process, as well as techniques for managing them, including templates for best practice scorecards. Global S&OP is becoming a more important topic, and we'll discuss that, how that impacts S&OP designs, as well as how to integrate regional S&OP with the global process. S&OP is usually an area of continuous improvement for most companies, and we'll look at the Nexview maturity model and give participants a system for measuring progress in their organizations over time. Day 2 ends with the handout of the case study and some time for further discussion on anything that may have come up during the day. In day 3, we bring it together and discuss ways to make demand planning and S&OP more effective. We talk about information systems and the steps to select and implement them. We share information on what tools participants are using and how those are working for them. We look at ways to make S&OP meetings more effective and provide scorecards for rating them. We'll spend time in small groups developing a vision for participants' respective processes and share those to share some ideas there. We have some case studies to take a look at, and we'll see what some leading organizations are doing to implement the latest techniques in demand planning and S&OP. We'll examine a case study in depth as well, and in this, participants will work together to analyze a company, arrive at a conceptual S&OP design, as well as to consider IT, organizational, and change management issues. They'll also learn how to build an executive-level business case with key benefit areas from the case. Change management is a key consideration during implementation, and we'll share some techniques here, as well as look at overall tips and traps for implementing demand planning and S&OP. Our final exercise is about overcoming barriers to change in the organization, and we'll close with a brief discussion on industry organizations and how to participate further. We'll wrap up with an evaluation and any remaining questions. Participants are always free to follow up with the instructor in the future with any questions that come up. The most important thing to us is that our clients and course participants are successful. It's a fun course to participate in. I love teaching it, and it's packed with examples and tools to take home. Whether you are beginning an implementation or looking to continually improve your present process, this course will help. Nexview training courses are designed to provide a jumping-off point by rallying a team around an improvement effort. The course will provide specialists with some new ideas and will provide the foundation for broader audiences to jump in and become leaders as well. We're happy to send you a detailed agenda upon request, and please see the website for more on the course, as well as more content on S&OP and supply chain improvement.